hottest topics in today's sports world is whether or not college athletes should be paid. Even though schools make millions of dollars from sports each year, I'm here to convince you that the college athletes should not be paid. Even though I will be a college athlete next year and would love to make money, I still disagree with this upcoming idea. There are multiple reasons why students should not be paid. The most important being it would change the world of college athletics and what it's all about and turn it into something more like professional sports. College athletes should not be paid for a couple of different reasons. Where would the money come from? It would turn into bidding wars. How would the NCAA decide who gets paid? And the argument of they are already getting paid. To start off, I'm going to play a video so that you can understand what's going on in this play for pay debate.
Because a cut rate price could mean cut rate protection.
Get great protection and a great price, plus an agent. Get a quote now and see how much you can save.
The football team at the Northwestern University, they want to unionize. Seth, I think that's a way of getting college athletes to get paid. It's kind of a roundabout way of paying college athletes. So my question to you is, should they be paid?
Well, I think the correct question, Stuart, is should they be paid more? Because college athletes are already very well compensated right now. They get full-scale tuition, they get books,
money.
they talk, that's not money? Hey, let me tell you
Cash.
something. I got 3 young kids and I'm saving for college. If anybody wants to exploit them by giving them free tuition, books, housing, food, training, you have to keep in mind, every sport besides football and men's basketball is a major loss for a university. So those are only 2 sports that have any chance of making a profit. And 99% of the players in those 2 sports who are getting these scholarship funds are not going to be professionals.
On principle, don't you think that the teams, the athletes who are bringing in millions of dollars in these big sports, football and basketball, don't you think they should get a little bit of it, not in the form of a tuition freebie, but cash, money?
Well, there's something called professional sports, and if they want to go play professional sports, like in basketball, once you hit the age of 20, which is an NBA rule, then you're allowed to leave college and go be a professional if that's what you want to do. So, I think that what the Northwestern football players are doing is very good, because the athletes need a much better voice in this whole process, because they are getting the short end of the stick in a lot of things.
But you wouldn't pay them.
I wouldn't compensate them as professionals. I think you can do more to benefit them and keep that under the umbrella of the scholarship. But the vast, over 90% of colleges lose money on college athletics. So this notion that they're making millions of profit on the backs of these young people is just factually inaccurate.
Far be it from me to say that you know nothing about what you're talking about when it comes to basketball, but you're totally wrong on this. The big names in college basketball, they've not been doing so well recently. I'm thinking of Syracuse. Didn't they?
Okay. So we can see his reasoning for why college athletes should not be paid, which I agree with. The first reason they should not be paid is schools do not have the money to pay the athletes. Even though these athletes bring in money for the school, the majority of the money goes to scholarships, renovations, paying faculty, and even the food in the cafeteria. After all of that is taken care of, there is little money left for these athletes to get a salary. Therefore, there would be less scholarship money for the average student, and tuition would end up going up. There is currently no solution to where the money would come from, so if the NCAA decided to follow through with this idea, that would result in average college